Hunter, how did you do that?
Do what?
You have magic, dude!
The magic of friendship?
I knew he was one of us. Now I love him even more.
Stop acting like something's wrong. We're not flawless. We're a work in progress. We've got dents and we've got quirks, but it's our flaws that make us work. Yeah, we're not flawless. We're a work in progress. So tell me what flaws you got too, 'cause I still like what's flawed about you.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on the Winged Unicorn has flown back. So today we are going to talk about the second episode of season 3 of The Owl House for the future. Now going into this, I was already hyped up from the first one, and now that the second one's out, I was expecting a lot from it. And yeah, it succeeded to my expectations. The only thing I'm worried about now is how the last episode is going to go. It's either going to make or break the show. So I'm really hoping that it will make the show. So we're just gonna see what episode 3 holds for us. But for now we have episode 2. So we're gonna talk about that right now. So just like the last episode, the characters in this episode pretty much made this special worth it. And not that everything else wasn't good. Like everything else was really good, but like it's mostly the characters that pretty much carry this episode. Especially since we're back in the Boiling Isles, we get to see a little bit more of the characters, and I really appreciate what they did with everybody else. But I'll get to that in a little bit. But for now, what I really want to talk about is it kind of like carries off from like Hunter's trauma from the last episode, losing Flapjack and the whole Bellows thing. And it kind of carries on from that, but even though that is still present in the episode, what I really like about this episode was Willow. Willow's a character that kind of lost all of her focus, especially in like the first half of season 2. And the thing that I really appreciated about Willow, at least back in season 1, was like how involved she was, and and like she was genuinely a friend to Luce, and I really missed their friendship. And in this episode, even then, there isn't like much of Willow and Luce together. Like the moment where Willow's trying to help Luce do that memory thingy again, which basically was a cute callback to season 1, by the way. That's pretty much the only moment in this episode where like they're like acting like friends again, and I just find it weird that Willow and Luce kind of like lost their whole friendship thingy, especially because I do understand like the only problem that I have with Lumity is that it's kind of like taking over the show, and because of that, it's putting other characters aside. So Willow being put aside while Luce is having her relationship with Amity kind of rubs me off the wrong way, but at the same time, it's at least we get some development from Willow. And what I really like about Willow's development in this episode is, back in season 1, she's the character. She's basically the shy girl and the girl who just can't really do anything right, and people kind of ridicule her for that. And now in season 2, she had her development, and she became a lot more confident, and she's like basically the leader of the group and keeps everybody in check. She doesn't want to fall back into the place that she used to be back in season 1. The girl that everybody calls half a witch Willow, and who is just super shy and doesn't take initiative. And so in this episode, she kind of like holds in all the stress that she's going through in this episode, and I really like this development because it shows like how much Willow has grown, but at the same time how much she just doesn't want to stop growing as a person. And it's a really relatable struggle that lots of people could have, and I really love how this whole conflict of hers is resolved. Her friends, including Hunter, which Hunter is her friend, of course, tries to tell her, hey, it's okay, you can let it all out. It's not good to hold everything in, and you need some comfort too. And it was a really good scene, and I'll admit this scene is the scene that kind of won me over with Hunslow. I remember last time I said I didn't really care much for Hunslow, but now it's cute. Now it's cute. I feel like I've warmed up to it from this episode. So yay, congratulations, Hunslow shippers. I approve of this ship. Okay, so I brought up Amity and how much, like, you know, she's kind of like taken over Luce's relationships, and how much she contributes into the rest of the show. In this episode, it's not really focused on her, which I'm good with. In the last episode, she wasn't really the focus either. It's just, it's like Luce's girlfriend, you know. It's just like she's just casually off to the side, and she's back when she's needed. Okay, so I appreciate that, and you know, it's good that we can like stray away from that whole thing. It's not just I love Lumity, but I really want it to like focus a little more on the story. However, the scene where Amity does like talk to Luce was pretty nice, and I don't know, it was just really cute, I guess. And of course I am sad that, like, you know, Luce is trying to push Amity away, especially because she thinks she's going to leave the Boiling Isles forever, and because of that, you know, that probably means that, you know, her and Amity need to like end things off before anybody gets hurt when she leaves forever from the Boiling Isles after this whole thing is done. It was really sad to see, of course, because like I said, I of course love Lumity, and I don't want like anything bad to happen to them. I really like their relationships, so but you know, it was good that, like, you know, Amity was pushed off to the side for a little bit, and she's only comes in when needed, and her scenes were pretty cute too. I really like the scene when Amity meets up back with her siblings again, which I think is it's just super wholesome and sweet. And but the only thing that kind of bothered me about the scene is where the heck is Alador? I know Alador is still kind of a flawed father, but like he's trying his best now to like at least try to be there for his kids more often. I mean, he's far better than Odalia at this point. Speaking of Odalia, she got exactly what she deserved in this episode, and I'm super happy seeing her suffer. This is just so satisfying to see. So the Collector gets points. By the way, I don't even think I ever really truly got into my full opinion on the Collector. The Collector in general is a really cool character, because I really loved that, like, this really powerful being is basically a child, basically. And even in the episode, they even bring it up. King brings it up, like how he feels bad not being friends with him, or like betraying him, or not really feeling that he's really into the friendship that he promised to be with the Collector, because he understands that even though he's a very powerful and scary entity, like, he's still a child. And he certainly does act like a child. Like, if a child were to have like all the power in the universe, I'm pretty sure they would act just like the Collector. And the Collector is not just a child, he's also kind of, he kind of reminds me of like a spoiled brat child. Just the way he like has like his little tantrums, especially with that pizza bagels bit.
Pizza bagels.
I forgot to mention that Camila, with Luce's mother, is also in this adventure, and I think her moments were extremely cute, and especially because with like her development with Luce, and we're gonna get into that. Like I mentioned before, Luce has like this dilemma of how she wants to return back home and stay away from the Boiling Isles, because she still sees herself as a burden to the friends she made in the Boiling Isles, because of what happened, of how she accidentally helped the Bellows, and she blames herself for it, even though, like Hunter said, he tricks people, and it could have been anybody that would have been tricked. And it's just really heartbreaking to see Luce have all these like really messed up thoughts about herself. We even see those messed up thoughts being projected in the last episode, where she pretty much has a mental breakdown in the classroom, and it was just really sad to see. And what I really like about this moment specifically with Camila and Luz talking is that it's kind of revealed that Camila was pretty much just like Luz, and the only reason why she kind of helped her in the way that she thought it would be helpful for her, which is send her to that camp thing, so then Luz can like get her life on track, because she just wants Luz to not get bullied. So she just wants Luz to behave in a way where she is accepted, and that was kind of a mistake on Camila. Not that it was a purposeful, of course, but like she doesn't realize that like nothing about her needs to be fixed, and that Camila out of all people should understand that, because she's pretty much has the same personality as Luz, which is really cute to see.
I forgot about the Astral Oath.
The what?
The Astral Oath is a promise made between Captain Avery and his family to love and protect each other just as they are, through supernovas and solar winds.
Mom, are you a secret nerd?
I had a hard time growing up. I was afraid you would too. My biggest mistake was trying to protect you by changing this beautiful, good witch into something she wasn't.
It was, of course, all in good faith, and she just wants to do the best for Luz, but what she really needed to know was that what's the best for Luz is for her to feel that people accept her and respect her. And even though Luz is quote-unquote a nerd, she just wants people to see her as her, and to see her as normal, or in other words, for people to just understand her.
I think I just realized something. I don't know why it took me so long to figure out. The only thing I've ever really wanted was to be understood.
And once Camila realizes her mistakes and Luz realizes what she truly wants and what she truly needs in life was to be understood, that's when Luz gets her talisman, which is honestly the highlight of this episode. Like, her talisman is amazing, by the way. Like, I freaking love String Bean, and people keep debating of like String Bean isn't the exact animal that they want. Oh wait, it's supposed to be a snake. No, it's supposed to be a bat or an otter. No, it's supposed to be a shapeshifter, like Luz says. Like, it's supposed to have the freedom to be whatever it wants. Besides, we should realize that, like, you know, Dana kind of combined all of our theories together into one, so then everybody can be happy. So I don't know why that possibility of that fact being true honestly like freaking warms my heart. Dana is so cool, and I don't think it's overpowered, because I mean, all it does is shape shift. I don't think it's going to have like any like superpower other than that. It's just shape shift. Of course, it can use like pretty sure like abilities from other animals and then use that, but other than that, I don't think it's that overpowered. But either way, Luz loves her, so back off. Like, if she's happy, then I'm happy. There were other highlights of the episode that I really liked. I really liked King and Ida and Lilith little talks while like King's trying to get away from the collector for a bit. He meets up with them, so then, you know, he can just get away from the madness. Like, poor King. And Rain gets freaking possessed by Bellows, which, okay, I was gonna make a video, like a completely separate video of what I think is gonna happen to Rain after all this, but at the time of recording this video, I keep putting this video aside, so it's basically like 2 weeks before the final episode. So might as well say it now while we can. Okay, so y'all remember when Hunter got possessed by Bellows and Flapjack has to swoop in and save him, like sacrificing himself, and so then Hunter could stay alive. Since Rain here is getting possessed, here's what I think is gonna happen to them. So, you know how like Hunter, you know, Flapjack is basically the dearest person to him. Now, who's the dearest person to Rain? Yeah, whoever you're thinking is exactly who I'm thinking. What if Ida sacrifices herself to save Rain, and then we just never get a kiss of Rain and Ida, and then they're just never going to be happy together because Ida's just going to sacrifice herself, and then Luce and King will more. Okay, before this gets morbid, I'm going to stop, and we're just going to continue. Possessed Rain. They look really cool in their possession thingy. Like seriously, what is up with like the creators torturing Rain? Like Rain needs a break. Like what the heck? Somebody comfort them. But I really hope that they're okay. Like for real. Like Rain's awesome. Like don't let them die, Dana, please. Overall, I think this whole entire episode was really nice, and while there could be like some stuff that I could have done so then it can like further the plot along a little bit more, it was still pretty good. So I'm really excited for the final, of course. And whatever we like, I really hope that the final like makes the show go off with a bang. Like Dana has gone through crap with this show. This show has gone through crap. This show deserves a banger ending. And if I'm correct, the runtime for the final is gonna be a little bit longer than the specials than these specials that we got. I think like 55 minutes. Don't quote me on that. This is just a thing that I heard rumored around. Somebody fact check and then comment it, because I don't know how to fact check it. Like I don't know if I should look on Google or whatever, because I don't know. But this show needs to go off with a bang. It deserves it, especially because Disney realized that they made a mistake in canceling the Owl House. Oh really? See, Disney's homophobic until there's money around, you guys. Like, yeah, quote that. So anyways, comment below what you guys think about this episode, and you guys ready for the final? Because I'm sure as hell ready. I can't wait to see it. Please don't make Rain die. Please let my stupid theory not be true, Dana. Please just let them live and let them be happy with Ida, because they both deserve to be happy together. So comment down below what your thoughts of this episode was. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you agree with my points? Do you disagree? Do you want to add anything on? You know the drill. So great special, 9 out of 10. See you guys to the final. Bye.